Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Emmanuel, and today we're going to be learning about transitions. In our last video, we learned about animations, so this is a perfect segue. So if you don't know how animations work, I highly recommend you go ahead and check that out, and then you can come right back. All right. If you haven't subscribed already, it only takes a second to hit the subscribe button, and yeah, let's jump right in. Great. So here we have a blank project, and what we want to do first of all is to add a button to the screen so that when we click on that button, we will have a toast or an alert view at the bottom that's going to basically transition in or out of our view. All right. So to do that, let's go ahead right here. We're going to create a Z stack and create a button with text saying, click me. Here we will do something. And right here, we will add our toast. So I'm going to just separate this so that we have a cleaner body. So right here, I'm going to say private var toast. And this is going to be of type some view. And here we will simply have our text hello world. I'm going to add a padding. I'm going to add a background. And this background is going to have a rounded rectangle with corner radius of maybe, let's say 30. And then we will also need to have so we can move this like this, move this to the next line. And then here we will fill with a color of the green. Great. So we should now see a hello world right in the middle. Perfect. Now, next thing we want to do is to move the hello world to the bottom, and then we can have the click me button in the center of the screen. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this to a vertical stack. So V stack. And here we're going to add a spacer and a spacer. So this is going to be centered on the screen. And then to move this one to the bottom, we will simply say that the Z stack should have an alignment of dot bottom. And it should be good. Now, what we want to do whenever you click on the button, show the hello world. So to do that, we know that we need a state variable. So we can say state private var show model. And this is going to be equal to false by default. And then what we will do is say that if show model, then we want to show the toast. Now, I want us to, let's dwell here for a little bit just to understand exactly what is happening. Now, here what we're saying is whenever show model is true, we will create this toast. Otherwise, we don't create the toast at all. All right. What this means is that if show model is true, the toast will then get added to the view hierarchy. If it is false, it doesn't get added. Now, this is very different from what we've had in maybe our past video, for example, where we were adding animations. In that video, we had toast, and then we specified some condition. So if we wanted to hide the toast, we would set the opacity as 0. If we wanted to show the toast, we would set the opacity as 1. All right, so this is very different from this, because with this one, with this solution here, this toast is always in the view hierarchy, always. But in this solution, this toast is only in the view hierarchy if this condition is true, okay? And this is very important because the way transitions work is that these animations are executed only when the view is added and removed from the view hierarchy. All right, so whenever this condition changes from true to false, then the transition is going to happen, because in that case, the view is either going to be added to the view hierarchy or removed from the view hierarchy. All right, so it's just something I want you to be aware of. So now we're saying that whenever show model or show toast, maybe is a better name here, just going to change that, show toast, then we want to show the toast. So here I'm going to basically toggle the show toast. Toggle. So let's test it out. So here we go ahead, click on this button. You can see that this hello world is visible. We click again, no longer is visible. But now there's no animation. So how do we add that? That's the idea of this video. It's really simple. Right here, all we need to do is say transition, and then we need to specify the transition type that we want to use. Let's say, for example, we want to animate the opacity. So whenever this view gets added or removed, we want to transition its opacity. So when we do this, this loads, we try it now, but you see that it doesn't animate. So this is very important. One thing to know about transition is that we still need to specify the animation, all right? So what type of animation do we want to use to basically execute this transition? And as we've covered extensively in our last video, there are a couple of options, but we'll just go with one here where we say with animation. So with animation, we're going to toggle this. So that means that it's going to animate whatever is animatable. And in this case, we're also specifying a transition. So it's going to animate this transition. So now when I click here, you should see that this is animating. So we click again, it goes out. And just to show you that this works, let's change the animation a little bit. So we can try using .spring maybe. And let's try specifying a duration of, well, spring's not going to be very visible here, but let's try a long duration just so that you can see that this actually does have an effect. So I click here and you can see that it animates just like that. And then it goes out just like that. All right. Let's revert this and then let's play around with some other types of animations or transitions that we have. So here we can try another one. Let's say we want to try the slide. All right. So the way the slide works is that it comes from the left in and then goes out. So when it's going to be adding the view, it comes from the left in. And then when it wants to remove the view, it goes from the middle out. So we see that comes in, goes out, comes in, goes out. Beautiful. And one other thing that I want you to note here is that we can actually combine multiple transitions. And that's also really simple. All we need to do is say .combined, and then we can combine this with, let's combine with opacity or blur. I don't know. Let's try the blur. So this is going to load. So we click and it comes in, goes out. Actually, I think opacity is probably better. But you can see that now we have two transition effects happening at the same time. So we click, it comes in, goes out with also alpha animating. And as you probably have guessed, we can, of course, combine another one. So we can combine, and this time let's combine with scale. I'm not sure how this would look, but let's see. Click. Oops, not so good. Oosh, I don't like it. Or maybe we actually try the order. So first of all, we can animate the opacity. And then we're going to combine this with the scale, and then we combine with the slide. All right, and then I think this is going to have a different effect. Perfect. So you can see how the order also affects how these transitions happen. So it's going to be transitioning the opacity and then the scale. So while the scale and the opacity are animating, then the sliding is happening for all of them combined, right? Before now, what we're doing is we were basically scaling the slide in. That was why we had that kind of effect. So it's just something to keep in mind, that the order also does matter to give you the effect that you want. Okay, let's see one more. Let's try the move. So let's say we want to bring this toast from the bottom up. So we can say move, and then the edge, we're just going to specify bottom. And with this, we can go ahead and click on this, and we see that it comes up, goes down, comes up, goes down. And one thing again to note here, if you see it, while it's exiting, it's stopping right around here. And the thing is, whenever it's exiting, the transition is considered done whenever the offset basically gets to, since it's going on the y-axis, whenever the offset gets to the height of the view. If it were going in this direction, whenever the offset gets to the width of that view. So just something to keep in mind. If you were trying to implement a design of probably like a bottom sheet, for example, then having full width would be easy, straightforward, because it's just going to go all the way the width of the view, which is going to be outside, or all the way like this, which is going to be outside. but in this case it's a lot smaller, and then it has the safe area, so it doesn't get outside the bounds of the safe area. So there are a couple of ways that you can do this, a couple of ways you can fix it. Very much depends on your use case, what you're trying to achieve. But one thing we could do is we can decide that we remove the safe area. So if we say ignores safe area right here, and then we specify dot bottom, because we have to say edges dot bottom, then this is automatically going to remove that extra padding. So we show, so now whenever it's trying to hide and it takes this Y position to the height, then it's going to exit immediately at the edge of the screen. So we try this and you see that it exits right there, right? So yeah, that's one thing you could do. You could also decide to add a padding here, padding affecting just the bottom. And then when you do this and you show, you can see that now we have some extra space. And when you hide, it still goes all the way down, because again, the full view here, this has the padding, is what it is going to try to hide, right? So it's going to try to hide the height of that view. Yeah, so that's one thing you could do. You could also decide to use a different transition. There's a transition here where we can modify the offsets. So you can see here we have offsets with X and Y. So we can decide to transition the Y offset. And let's say the view goes out at maybe 100 points. Then we will not need this anymore. So we can go ahead and remove this. Let me just comment this out. And you can also comment this out. It's not really matter. But because now we're using this offset, whenever we click, it shows this is with the safe area. And then when we try to dismiss or hide it, it goes all the way out to the offset. So if we choose something smaller, if we use maybe 10, then it will not go out entirely from the screen, right? So you can see it just goes down and then exits, right? So just something to keep in mind. There are different transitions that we can do or use. So it's just to play around with them and see which options you prefer. Great. Now, the last thing I want to show you in this video is, like, you can notice how when we try to show, let's not ignore. So when we try to show the toast or the alert, it always uses the same transition for both adding and removing. So we click, it uses the, in this case, what is it? The bottom. Actually, let's bring that back. So you notice how when we try to show it, it comes up, goes down. It uses the same transition. In this case, it's move. But what if we want to have a different dismiss? So I think some apps would have something that will come in. I think some, was it Tinder that was like that? I don't remember. But let's say we have an app that comes in, it brings an image, and then you're able to remove it by, like, it just goes left or it goes right. It's a different effect. So here we can use something called a symmetric. So we just use something called a symmetric. And here we're able to specify the insertion, the removal. And for the insertion, we can decide to do what we already have. So let's say we want to move bottom. And then for the removal, let's say we want to use the blur, right? So, or let's say we want to use slide, dot slide, like that. So what is going to happen is this is going to come from the bottom, right? This is the move. And then we click again, it just goes like that, right? And again, like we already learned, we can decide to merge. So we can say the combined, and this we would combine with opacity. And it's going to show and then hide, show, hide, show, hide. All right. So that's it for this video. If you have any questions, of course, go ahead and leave it in the comment section. If you found any value, just go ahead and hit the thumbs up. And in our next video, we're going to be learning even more about animations. So if you're excited for that, then see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.